This week, the world turned on Venezuela, on Ukraine, on Gaza, on Pakistan's border, and beyond. Conflicts, coups, peace deals, and power plays. Every nation played its hand. From the streets of Caracas to the skies over Kyiv, from the tunnels of Gaza to the mountains between Afghanistan and Pakistan, the game of global influence intensifies. And in the middle of it all, the fight for Pakistan's security, stability, and sovereignty. I am your very own Fariha Farrukh, and this is your Global Pulse 360 Digital English. Let's dive in. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Firstly, Venezuela and the Nobel surprise. Venezuelan opposition leader Maria Corina has been awarded the 2025 Nobel Peace Prize, hailed for her democratic struggle under Maduro's regime. She dedicates the award to Venezuelan people, but also, controversially, to Donald Trump, claiming he deserved it too. While Trump being Trump, his reaction was classic. He said, and I quote, "The person who actually got the Nobel Prize called me and said, I'm accepting this in honor of you because you really deserved it." He added with a laugh, "I didn't say, then give it to me. I think she might have. She was very nice." The committee chose Mercado for her democratic activism, not Trump. Coffee house chatter aside, the Nobel decision has become a global statement. Not every loud claim wins merit. Now let's talk about Russia and Ukraine. The war pressures continue. War grinds on in Ukraine, gains and losses shift daily. Trump meeting Zelensky in Washington floated a proposal for a ceasefire along current lines, while at the same time expressing caution about supplying Tomahawk missiles, saying hopefully they won't need it. Russia, meanwhile, continues to hold large territory in Donbass and beyond. Western powers are applying economic pressures, sanctions, and supply restrictions, especially targeting Russia's energy sales, but the front lines persist. This is not a frozen conflict, it's a grinding war of resources, attrition, and global alliances. Now the Israel-Palestine ceasefire. Next comes Israel-Palestine issue. Ceasefire and fragile calm. A ceasefire holds, but barely. Israel has returned coffins of missing hostages via the Red Cross, yet the humanitarian crisis in Gaza continues to worsen, collapsing medical infrastructure, escalating disease, extreme shortages of clean water and food. While every pause is temporary, the pressure on both sides remains immense. Any spark, any misstep, and the conflict can reignite. Next, Pakistan, Afghanistan, India, the regional nexus. In our region, the stakes are no smaller. Pakistan's security is under attack from across its western frontier. Our military has carried out precision strikes in Paktika, Afghanistan, targeting sanctuaries used by militant groups. But more than that, Defense Minister Khwaja Asif has declared what was long whispered. He said, and I quote, "Afghanistan has become a proxy of India." He claims Indian funding, coordination, and use of Afghan soil to destabilize Pakistan. After 836 diplomatic demarches, 225 border meetings, and thousands of terror incidents, he says Pakistan's patience is over. The conflict is now three-dimensional. Internal extremism, cross-border militancy, and strategic power play from Delhi. Now the global rupture. In Madagascar, Gen Z protesters topple the president, leaving a military interim government in place. Youth power is rising across the globe. Across Latin America, many nations see surges in protest against inflation, inequality, and authoritarianism. In US, the internal debates swirl. Policy overshadowing domestic needs. Some in Trump's circle warn he is neglecting homeland issues in pursuit of global legacy. And now the conclusion. From Venezuela's democratic drama to Russia's wars, Gaza's suffering, and the Indian-Afghanistan axis. Every conflict is interconnected. For Pakistan, this is not distant theater, it is direct threat. Well, here's how I see it. Number one, proxy realities. The world is no longer divided by classic war lines. It is divided by proxies. Venezuela's Nobel fight, the TTP's Afghan bases. They're all places in the same strategic puzzle. Number 2, hybrid conflict environment. Wars today are economic, informational, territorial. Foreign policy cannot be separated from military capability. Pakistan must integrate its intelligence, diplomacy, and force protection. Number 3, strategic autonomy versus external pressure. Nations like Venezuela, Ukraine, Pakistan, all are fighting for autonomy in a world of great power influence. Why did Trump lose the Nobel? Because merit, principle, and global legitimacy cannot be bought with rhetoric alone. Mercado was chosen for democracy, not loud claims. Point number 4, Pakistan's new posture. Internal discipline, banning extremist groups like TLP. External deterrence, striking terror sanctuaries across borders. Diplomatic clarity, refusing to be another pawn in the India-Afghan game. This is not a transitional moment, it is a pivot. The axis of conflict is reorienting. And Pakistan must now lead from its strength, not plead from its weakness. I'm your very own Fariha Farrukh. You're watching 360 Digital English, where global events meet sharp analysis and Pakistan's narrative is reclaimed with clarity and conviction. Take care. Allah Hafiz.